What is up YouTube, it is Matty and I am really glad to be bringing you another 99 to 100 episode, which if you don't know, it is the cleanup series that I'm doing, teaching you the importance of cleanup and how to potentially approach raids and really just maximising the knowledge that you gain from failed attempts to convert it into a positive attempt. So on that basis, you can see the war, 70 out of an available 75 stars, 5 10 or 10s, perfect war for us, it's what we like to do. It's also worth noting that this is a special war because it's a Halloween special, so the prerequisite for the war was that you need to use a minimum of 3 dark spells and 4 witches to keep on the Halloween theme. So yeah, added a little bit of, you can see, I tried to go and join the enemy clan to go and wish them luck and talk to them about the war, but they declined me. But you can see from DLS's message, 3 dark spells, 4 witches, let's get creative. It's quite funny because it pretty limited the sort of attacks you could do. Now, number 15, which is, I'm going to show you the two attacks I'm going to use today, number 15 and 14. So if we go into enemy defense, you can see that number 15 took 6 hits to take it down, and 14 took 4. So there's a lot of material there. But the importance is I attacked it both. So if you look down here, look, I attacked 14 and 15, and then I used Stewie's account because he's had a family crisis and couldn't get to these attacks, and I cleaned both of them, which is why this is the perfect episode of this series to highlight these attacks. So what I will do, I'll show you the attacks I originally saw to base my cleanup on. So if we pick number 15 first, I watched someone else's attack on it and then tried to build from that to get the 3-star. So 15, it wasn't lose that I used, it was a higher, I think it was Advised Walrus, I think was the guy. There he is, 95%. Look, it's a fair hit on number 15. Let's have a look at what he did and how I tried to change it. So firstly, he's using Quad Quake, which is obviously falling in line with the strategy. He does gets the hound pull out the CC, perfect spot to do it. Pulls it up to the top, misses the archer there, puts it in the wrong spot, then corrects it with a better archer, doubles the archer up, and then drops a healer on the archers to trap the hound. So meanwhile he's doing that, he's going to drop the golems down. Look, they're going to then the wizards behind, so, and the queen in as well. So what I thought is, okay, this part looks right, quaking that part again looked great, opened up the base beautifully. Wall breakers in to let him in, did a test wall breaker, worked fine, and then he's going to drop in his witches, and then he's going to drop in his king. So all that I agreed with. I thought, yeah, great choice. I thought good entry point, but then the king went off course. But you can see he's thrown a couple of hogs in as well, and just to try and help get some defences down. But he used sort of quite a lot of hogs early on, down from the bottom side. Now I thought I was going to do something a little bit differently to this. I thought, okay, well, all those hogs could get potentially hit by double giant bombs. And in fact they're all getting hit anyway. I thought I could use a couple of giants to distract in and come in from a different angle with the hogs. So the king's gone right around the outside of the base, which wasn't too good, so it didn't end up doing a great amount of tanking. But all that happened was double giant bomb did a bit of damage there. He's slowly running out of hogs, a couple running up the north side, so they have split off. Look, and I think he's just going to run slightly short. I think the hog pathing just left those outer layer defences. So I was like, aha, okay, so if I do that same sort of attack and then throw hogs in from the northwest side, that's going to get me the 3-star. So I was trying to clean that attack up there. And if we have a little look at my attempt on number 15, here we go. So same base. Now I pretty much copied the start for him as Advised Walrus. Sent in the hog straight onto the sweeper, which you'll see in a second. Oh yeah, drop the earthquake first just to create the path in. There you go. Look, hog down to get the hound. Back to the top of the base. A couple of archers. Straight onto the hound. giant golems going down, wizards in as well to create the funnel, queen down, which is down, all the normal stuff. There's the funnel in. The same issue though, that the hog, you'll see that the king's pulled off to the side, which you're going to see in a second, because the enemy king just runs around the outside instead of jumping into the core. Then I used a couple of giants in and hogs to come in from the back side of the raid. Look, so I thought attacking from the front, pulling the hogs from the rear side, converge towards the centre, heal spells down to keep them alive. That was the plan, but basically the hogs just didn't, it fizzled out quite quickly. Everything is going into the core, but I just didn't maximise the heal spells or allow the troops to defend. I just didn't do it quite right. I threw a couple of hogs in on the back end to hit the cannon as well. That didn't work out. It just all fell a bit short. I think I threw the hogs in a little bit too early. My king getting distracted didn't help. So then I thought, how can I improve that? And I liked the start. I liked the sort of angle, and I looked at the base. And what I'm going to do now is just go back to look at the base and show you my thought process here. So I thought, okay, that king is pulling my troops away. It's doing me no favours. So if I use my entry point slightly lower, like down here, and get my route into the town hall, so I target the queen first, get the queen out the way, distract these side defences, sweep my hogs in from here, and then sort of deploy them around the back side of the base so I can finish over the other side towards the king. I thought that would be the way to potentially do this attack. Now I did make some serious fails in this raid you're about to see, but let's watch. So remember, Stewie is me attacking on his account. So to start the raid, I drop the hog on the sweeper, get the hound out, pull him up north with an archer. Here's first mistake, I dropped the second archer down too soon. Healers on the archers, look, but the issue is they took the builder hut down, and because they did that, they got splat by the mortar. So, but here look, a slight difference. I'm just coming in from a slightly harsher, tighter angle. I'm going to drop the queen down, so the hound is going to come and face me because my archers are dead. So there it is, look. So that's immediately not helped my my raid. So I've started on a bit of a back foot already. Bear in mind, he's got a lower king than me as well. Anyway, send everything in through that angle, open up the base, look, and now I eliminated the spring trap there, small bombs there. The arch tower's down. I tried to throw in a couple of hogs, look, to take down that cannon. Now that didn't work as well, so that's the second fail of this raid. So the cannon survived, look, just wasn't able to get it down. I sent in an extra hog as well. That then didn't get the cannon down, so that all failed, right? So it's not looking great at the moment. The queen's about to die, which is perfect, but because I'm coming in at this different angle, I haven't had to engage the king yet. So I thought, okay, I'm going to send my one giant down, finish off that damn cannon that's getting in my way, and then throw in a couple of extra hogs to while the giant's distracting. And now I've basically used all the hogs, got a heal spell down to keep them alive, which is working nicely. The queen's pushing to the right side of the base, and the witches are, which I was hoping would happen, and the hogs are coming in round sort of the back side, using the heal spell there to keep the hogs alive. All the giant bombs have now been triggered, and I'm now in a position where I've got a lot of hogs alive, the back end of the base, and only a couple of defences left. I've got a swag poison as well, because I didn't even need to bring that, to be honest. I shouldn't have bought it, or I should have just thrown it to help kill some pups. But the fact is, I've been able to slightly make a couple of subtle changes. Now imagine if the hound hadn't redirected, and also imagine if I hadn't wasted those hogs on the cannon, the raid would have been even easier. So what I noticed is that the king was distracting my kill squad. My kill squad weren't really, because it's witch heavy, they need, and it leaves me with less hogs, I need them to distract the defences. So towards the north side, it just helped that I sort of attacked in and around the base where sort of as my kill squad were moving through it. So very subtle changes have resulted in a completely different result, and I had plenty of time left on this as well. I think a good 20-30 seconds left to before the raid was over. So yeah, pretty much the exact same army composition, difference between a 2 and a 3 star there was just the attack angle and the way I dropped the hogs, which again wasn't perfect. That raid could have been improved, but it was enough to convert it to a 3 star. Now number 14 is a much better example. So I watched, let's find out whose raid I watched from memory. I think it might have been Advised Walrus again. So let me just scout through, try and find the raid that I used to base my attack on, or where my plan came from. Wasn't that one? I will find it. Dun, dun. Advised Walrus. There we go. Now, here's the base look. It's an anti-2 star design. And he attacked in from the side, big wide golem spread look, sort of walked the golems towards the middle, broke them in, earthquaked open, and a nice little attack angle through the side, which, you know, that was a nice route of going in. But what I noticed was that all the giant bombs, if you look towards the north side of the base, double there, south side double in the exact same spot. So I thought, well, I can eliminate one of those doubles with my kill squad, and you can see it actually threw him off in the end. So what I tried to do on my Matty account was, if we look at the base, here we go, 94% as well. So I thought, okay, if I put a golem down the bottom left here and down the bottom right, 4 wizards behind each, they'll take down the cannon and the arch tower, wall breaker in by the build down the bottom, and then earthquake into the core, because obviously I had to use earthquake and 4 witches, send everything in towards the core, then just hog the top side defences. Sort of a giant to distract the cannon and arch tower either side, about 6-7 hogs behind, then an extra 3 or 4 little hogs to go to the cannon, which will then ultimately go and trip the giant bombs. That was my plan. Quite straightforward, quite easy to do, not a huge amount for error. But what I thought is, the CC is really easy to pull as well, so I can add that into my raid. So I pulled the CC with a hog, thought I'll poison it straight away, because we know it's a dragon and 2 loons in there. Get the loons dead, the dragon half health. Then, I'll tell you what I was going to do. I was going to drop an archer on the dark barracks, pull the dragon completely up north, meanwhile do my attack, get my kill squad sort of started to clump together after taking the defences down and creating the route in. Then they'll finish the dragon off en route while they're killing the heroes and everything like that. So my plan was to almost like decoy the dragon, but the bloody thing, I'll show you the raid anyway. So, a single hog in to get the pull look. I'm going to poison the CC, loons are going to die, dragon's going to go down to about half health, which is pretty standard for a max dragon on a level 3 poison. All working okay, and then I was going to drop a single archer right at the top of the raid, unaided look. So I thought, now, okay, drop the golems in, get the wizards down, but watch what happens. The bloody dragon, the archer's still alive, decides to, nah, screw that, there's a big attack going on down here. I did not know the AI would do that. That is crazy. So I've learned something new on that, and I hope you guys learn it too. The archer's still alive up there, look, but the dragon must have been a certain amount of troops deployed, where the dragon then knew that it needed to come back down, or the AI changed. Anyway, the cannon didn't go down because of that. It sort of hampered my kill squad entry, sending everything in. King's now going in after the queen, the king, sorry. The queen is going to go down in a little bit, but the king's moving all the way across. And then a giant down on each side, couple hogs in, 3 hogs in on the cannon, look, that's now distracted. Heal spells down, thinking I'm just going to push straight through here, go in. But watch what happens, because I dropped my heal spells down quite soon as well. Watch what the Teslas do now. So my double hogs died. Look at the Teslas, they're just going to start ripping into the hogs. 3 Teslas now hitting hogs, and it's just wiping them out one by one. Another hog just died then, another one's about to die. Final one's coming down to take down Tesla, and it's going to die as well. So all my hogs died, but I thought, okay, well that was because my kill squad weren't even there yet. And then that just meant that I wasn't quite able to get the 3 skelly traps killing my cleanup troops as well, or distracting them. Just nothing to the right hand side to clean up, which was my error. And I thought, you know what, that strategy is going to work. I wasn't wrong. It should work. Maybe if I drop my heals a bit later, Maybe if I just kill the dragon the traditional route instead of being an idiot. But to be fair, I didn't know that the bloody thing was going to redirect. That would bring me the 3-star. So look what I did on Stewie's attack. So this is a lot cleaner now. There it is. Here we go. Let's have a little look. So I start the raid with the CC pull as normal. No harm in it. If it's one hog, do it. Trust me, it's just going to make your life a lot easier. Poison the CC as I did before, which is great. It's going to kill those loons, get the dragon half health. But this time I just did the order very slightly differently. Now we can have a little look at this. So traditional route, archer down. I could have dropped a couple of barbarians even. Archer was fine, did the trick. Look, the dragon's coming out the poison now. Couple of witches down to throw in some, and then the queen down as well to help kill the dragon. So I just didn't want my witches to die. I think one of them might have actually then, which is a bit of a shame. Golem's down, and now wizards down as well. So you'll see a difference here. Firstly, the golems, the wizards are going to take down the troops the defences much quicker. The golem's going to be a little bit healthier when they go inside. They are going to redirect inside. It's going to take a little while, and I'm just breaking everything in now. The one golem got stuck, which is highly annoying. The other golem did decide to walk in, so he's the MVP. He's my hero. King took damage a lot sooner, because obviously the other witch wasn't there. One golem's distracted, so the golem died quite quick. But look, I'm just allowing everything to go a little bit deeper in. Finally, the other golem's redirecting. Giants down now. Similar sort of hog drop look. Adding a few extra hogs onto the cannon. But watch, I'm waiting. Now I drop the heal spells. So the defences are moving, the hogs are moving through the base. Look, the golems have now come in, which are now tanking the Teslas. The hogs are going in, killing, still under heal now, killing all the defences, and boom, final defence gone. That's it. Now, how many hogs have I got left? 7, 6, something like that. Got queen on full ability, full health now. Couple of wizards down as well, and huge difference in the raid. Very subtle difference, but leaves a massive change in how many hogs I've got left, how my cleanup are going to work. Just making my life a hell of a lot easier. Same scenario, look, a few buildings left on the right hand side, but loads of hogs in as well. Big archer and archqueen and her train to go in there, and I was right. The strategy was correct. Now if you see that a strategy almost there but just not quite, there's normally a few subtle things you can do to make the difference, and that is the point of this cheers mate on the good luck. This is the point of this series, to highlight that cleanup is where wars are won. You have to be able to amend strategies, work with if someone's got a good plan, you know, just because it hasn't worked, don't write it off. Analyze it. Where did it go wrong? Can I improve that? Because it makes life a hell of a lot easier for you, particularly with knowledge of the traps. You can see my plan from Advised Walrus is I completely changed it because I thought, oh, I can trip some giant bombs and just do it a completely different way. But by doing that, I then encountered a different issue, which we know, the dragon lore and the early heals. But then I was able to correct that and bring home the 3-star. So the point is, being able to tune your raids or tune other people's raids is very key, and it's often the butterfly effect. Very fine little details make a big difference in the raid. So I hope I've highlighted that in this series. I hope you enjoyed watching those raids, because I found them very interesting to. Very interested in the fact that I got the 3 stars after I failed on both, after trying to clean up both. So it's just the way it worked. I thought perfect opportunity for a video. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. As always, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.